Traders, this is Rich with Breathingwiththemarkets.com. Today, August 14th, 2025. Emotional trading is not good. Emotional trading will destroy your P&L. Where does emotional trading come from? A lack of experience. Where does emotional trading come from? Not sticking to your plan. Where does emotional trading come from? Wishing, thinking, wanting, praying, hoping. That's all emotional trading. Not good, traders. I told you yesterday that I got a little greedy and I knew the direction of the market and I wanted a little bit more out of the market. I was already up $1,700 and it kept flickering. 17,000, 17,000. And I knew, right? I knew the market would push a little bit higher to give me what I want. Guess what? Time and time again, proved me wrong. Instead of taking the $1,700, I lost it. It's not good. When you're trading size, you got to understand where the market's going. If you have candles that are flickering up and down and you're not able to trade those candles, then that's not your skill level. You need to go down and wait until the market chills out and become a chill trader. Okay? Because nobody starts on a high volatility NQ in the morning on a 1 minute chart and the candles are just blazing left and right, up and down, taking shots, cheap shots, flashbangs all over the place. If your skill level is not to that point or that level, and I'm not talking about gambling, because don't be a fucking tard, man. You have a different skill level. So if you can't handle size and you can't handle the flickering and you can't handle volatility in the market, stay the fuck away. You got to work up to that. You got to start in baby steps, right? Down with the pups. You got to start at the pups and work your way up. And it's no disrespect to anybody because pups make money every day, right? They make money every day. You don't have to get in there when the candles are flickering around. You don't have to get in there the first 15 minutes of the market. You don't have to get in there the first minute of the market. You got to understand the level, your skill level. And every trader has to be honest with themselves. I trade 5, 6, 10, 15 contracts, whatever it is, 1 minute when the market opens. I see a move, I'm in it. That's the level that I'm at. What level is that? I don't know. I'm trying to give you guys advice. Don't do it if you don't know how to do that. And if your level's not up there, if you haven't taken 20s of thousands of trades, don't do it. You must stay in your lane. You must stay in your lane. Okay? That's the fast lane. That's the no rules lane. That's the fucking, you're going to blow your shit up or you're going to make some good money lane. And that's not gambling. Some people gamble, yeah. They'll gamble that way. But the majority of people can't trade that way. That's a fact. The majority of people can't size in on a 1 minute chart on the NASDAQ with 5 to 10 contracts and make it out alive consistently. They can't do that. Today I traded again. I was up another 17. Actually, it was up like $3,700 because I had to cross a $2,000 buffer, right? And I thought to myself, I'm not going to make that same mistake as I did yesterday. I'm fucking out. That's how it works, traders. I didn't try to make up for yesterday's loss. I didn't try to make up for yesterday's screw up. I didn't try to wait for yesterday's emotional wreck. Right? That caused the accident. Something I was hoping and praying for. Not because I needed it, because damn it, the market owes me and I'm going to get it. And guess what? Every time you think that, market's going to take your ass and dump you. It's a fact. It's a fact. Understand the market. I was in the same direction as yesterday. I was doing the same thing as yesterday. I was trading my systematic approach to the market like yesterday. What the difference was today and yesterday was greed. I was pinched yesterday, and I wasn't going to let that happen today. At that moment in time, I didn't go into the market saying what I was going to do, what I wish I would have, what I think I'm going to do. No, when it came time to pull the trigger and to execute that trade, it came another time. Another time came to execute and get out. That is trading. Understanding the limits. Understanding that the market owes you nothing. Understanding that elite runs this market. Understanding the elite has the edge in the market. Understanding the institutions have the edge in the market. It's not about institutional trading, where there's footprints in the market, where they get in and where they get out. All bullshit. Do you think, Warren Buffett, do you think these people with millions and billions and zillions of dollars are going to tell you and I where they're getting in at the market? That would be a fucking no-brainer. This isn't fucking Pelosi's world. Pelosi's not a fucking trader. She's an insider. No one can fucking say that she can beat the S&P 500. She can beat everything else. I bet you she doesn't even know how to read a chart, in my honest opinion. I bet you she doesn't even know how to read a chart. Yeah, exactly. It's behind the doors. It's insider. It's I'm going to put millions and millions of dollars on this prior to the information coming out. And within 24 hours, within a week, guess what happens? Information comes out. All the CEOs, all the blows, all the knee pad people get in the market, and the market goes up. That's not fucking trading. That's insider shit. How do you prove that? It's not our job to do that. It's someone else's job. So you and I, as a retail trader, need to figure out how to beat the system. Because it is a system. It is an evil system. It is a fucking market that'll take your money, whether you cry or not. You want to put up your house, you're going to lose it. You want to go all in, you're going to lose it. You better have a fucking skill. Emotional trading. Don't come up with excuses as to why you lost. You take a photo of your trade. Listen carefully. Take a photo of your trade. And you just study that photo where you went in and where you got out. And you ask yourself, why did you get in? And why did you get out? If you cannot come up with solid, objective evidence in the market, you're fucking gambling. Period. End of story. End of conversation. You're gambling. Next. You take a photo of the next trade. You ask yourself, why did I get in there? Why did I get in there? And compare it to your last trade. Do they match? Do you have the same reasons why you got in? Do you have the same reasons why you got out? If not, bullshit again. Take a photo of your next trade. Why did you get in there? See the pattern? But see, nobody wants to do that. You know why? They don't want to be proven wrong. They themselves do not want to hold themselves accountable. Accountability, traders. Okay? Trader, hold yourself accountable. Take photos of every fucking trade you make. Good or bad. Analyze that. Why did you get in? And if you haven't had the proper education, come on over to breathingwiththemarkets.com. I will personally walk you through a systematic approach to the market. All the mentees that I have, those that are struggling, those that are finding their way, those that may come up with excuses or not, those that are successful, have all one thing in common. They were shown how to approach the market in an objective way. Those who have listened, those who have practiced, those who understand transparency and accountability are making progress. And there's no one left out of that because all of them are making progress. Some of them may have a frustration. And you know what it boils down to? Not following the systematic approach to the market. There is objective evidence in the market, traders. And if you can't follow that, then something else is bothering you. Something else is distracting you. Something else is getting in the way of your psychology. Because when I take a trade, I have no emotions in the market. That's correct. No emotions in the market. I understand when I'm seeing the market move around and go up and down. I understand what the market is doing. I understand what I'm doing. I don't care what the market does next because I am moving with the market. If I don't take a short position, the reason being I don't take a short position, because it's not fucking time to take a short position. There's no objective evidence to take that short position. So I should be looking for longs. Traders, it's that fucking simple. You should know whether you should be looking for longs or not. You should know if you should be looking to fade. I trade both sides of the market. There's no difference. You flip it upside down. Make sure you press the right button. There's no difference in the market. Trading is trading. The beauty about shorting, 2 or 3 times faster than it does when it goes up. So those who are afraid to short, it's up to them. You know? You must learn how to trade the market. Don't get intimidated. The candles aren't going to hurt you. The market's not going to hurt you. Your decisions is what's going to hurt you. Your decisions. The market is moving. What is the NASDAQ doing right now? Let me see. NQ. Beautiful. Beautiful. CPI report came out at 5:30. Dumped like fucking hell. What did I tell you? 2 or 3 times faster. That thing was a rocket. That thing was a rocket. Right? I would trade that. And I would have traded it short. But guess what? I can't trade it with Take Profit Trader. Okay, no problem. You don't like the rules? You go somewhere else, right? But rules, transparency, understanding what the rules are. Do I get bit by the rules sometimes? Not with Take Profit Trader, but do I get bit by the rules? Absolutely. I don't give a fuck about most of these rules. I'm there to fucking trade. That's the big difference. I'm there to trade. Why? Because maybe I'm able to do that. Maybe it doesn't really matter to me, right? It doesn't matter to me whether I come out ahead or not in that day. What matters to me is the focus on the chart, is to focus on price, is to understand before the market opens what I am looking for without a biased but objective evidence in the market will tell you with a high probability where the market's going to go. I can't simplify it any more than that. Can you? Do you know which direction the market is more than likely going to go prior to the CPI report? If not, there's more education out there to learn, right? Not that you don't know how to trade, right? Not that you're not at a certain level, but the fact is, if you don't understand the market, then there's more to learn. I say I'm a lifetime student, right? I keep it that way. I listen to what people say. I watch what people do. I watch and hear their opinions or how they approach the market and the reason why. I listen, but I can also ask myself or say, wow, he's got half of it, she's got half of it. Only if they had the other half, right? Remember the slice of the pie? You either want the whole pie or you want a slice of the pie. Those who keep trading just longs or shorts, I can only trade, long in the market. Every time I trade short in the market, I screw up, this, that. What that tells you automatically, without hesitation, they don't truly know how to trade. Because there's no difference. And why wouldn't you want a quicker bag of profit, shorting 2 or 3 times as fast? Why wouldn't you want that bag? It's the same setup. It's just upside down. The same rules apply. The same systematic approach applies. The same plan applies. So those who say that they can't trade something, give pause. Those who say that they don't do well as going long as short, well, the stock market is designed to go up, okay? So they probably haven't figured that out. Because if it's designed to go up, it's not going to zero. If you over leverage, you're gonna get pinched. If you over leverage, you could blow your account. And what do? You start at zero again. But can you start at zero? Do you have the skill? Do you have the skill? So yesterday I didn't take that profit. And today I have profit. So yesterday I made $1,700 and didn't take it. Today I made $3,700 and I'm gonna take it. I didn't say all I needed to make was $1,700. I didn't say all I needed to make was $100. I didn't say all I need to make is over $3,500. That is wrong, traders. That's wrong. I trade size. I traded the same size. If you want to level up, find out where you're at in the market. Look at the market. Don't keep going. I'm trading 5 micros. I'm trading 2 micros this day. I'm trading 1 micro this day. I'm trading 10 micros this way. When I'm on a demo, man, I do much better. You're on a demo because it's not live money and your emotional status is wishing that you were live. Fear of missing out, gambling on a demo is a lack of knowledge in the market. If you're sizing in on a demo, and you shouldn't even be sizing in on a demo, but if you are, and you're going in heavy on a demo, that tells me you don't understand trading. It's a fact. It's a fact. Who gives a shit about the money? Can you repeat the process over and over again using 1 micro? Can you do that? Because if you can't do that with using 1 micro, fuck it, forget it. It's not the money, it's the skill. The skill comes first. Money follows pips, ticks, and points. I've said this numerous times. Figure it out. Emotional trading equals emotional wreck. Emotional trading equals negative P&L. Your emotions, my emotions, our brain, we cannot have that when we're focused on trading. And I mean focused. Wolves on my shirt. Knowing each letter, one follows the other. If you had a 5-step process or a 6-step process, and you couldn't follow the W through the S, then you need to work on it. And if you can only get to the WOL, don't go sizing in. to try to get the VES. Shit. Hello? Okay, so if you can't, there's steps, right? So if you look at the letters on my shirt, wolves. Okay? Look up wolves. Right? They're pretty cool, man. They're pretty cool. Smart animals. Smart animals. But if you have 6 steps to follow, such as the letters on my shirt that spells out wolves, and you can only do the first 2, W-O, then don't apply number 3, which is the L. You have to perfect the W-O first. Because if you can't do that, you certainly can't skip and do the S. Or the E. If you can't do that, if you can't do the W-O first, you can't skip to the E on wolves for execution. It's a fact. You have to do W-O-L-V first. Step by step. It's not difficult. It's called patience, waiting, understanding where you are in your lane. You're in the slow lane right now. Don't drive in the fast lane, you're gonna get ran over. Stay in your lane, traders. Figure out what your lane is. You don't have to go around saying, I drive in the fast lane or you're in the slow lane. You understand what I'm trying to explain to you? I'm trying to give you some pointers. I'm trying to explain to you in all different ways, other than this fucking YouTube university bullshit, where everyone's fucking telling you the same thing over and over and over again, and it's not fucking profitable. It's not profitable. Depending on how much money you have in the market, depending on how much money you can get as you keep losing, is going to depend on how long you're able to actually try to trade. That's a fact. Forget the money, read the disclaimers, nothing is guaranteed, and study. Practice on a still chart. Well, what do I practice? Rich, what do I practice? I don't know. Who taught you how to trade? If you're watching YouTube University, good luck with that. Free is free. If you go out and get some good education with someone that has a skill in the market, someone that can show you objectively how to trade the market in an objective way and find objective evidence that repeats year after year, month after month, minutes after minutes, days after days, 4-hour candles after 4-hour candles, then you will convince yourself, because I should not have to convince you. You will convince yourself that, shit, Rich is right. Rich is right. Why is everyone teaching differently? Don't know. Doesn't mean everyone's wrong. But what I show them, they ask the same thing. How come no one else tells us this? How come we haven't been able to find this? Why do they say this if it's that? Great question. I can't answer that. I don't fucking know why. But what I do know is the mentees are making progress each and every day to gain a skill. And what I also know is they're not going back to where they were before. They're actually making progress. They are seeing their progress, and they are actually admitting that when they do lose, they didn't follow the process. I have mentees that actually admit that they are losing because they didn't follow the process. Now, if you have all of these years in trading, and you've been a trader for 5-6 years, and you're not profitable, or 2 years, or 10 years, or 20 years, education doesn't stop. Education's for a lifetime. But one thing, when you are taught something and how to approach a market in an objective way, you must forget all of those gambling vibes, the gambling mentality, the rush to judgment. Rush to judgment. Never judge someone by what they drive, their YouTube channel, how many subscribers, how much money they're flaunting. Never ever size up. You never know who you're talking to. You never know who's on YouTube. That's a fact. That's a fact. Just because popularity in itself is not right. Just because you're popular doesn't mean anything. The most popular fall takes one bad day. One bad day. Remember, traders, emotions. Get the emotions out of trading. It's not your psychology. It's not, let me teach you how to get rid of your psychology in 6 months. Why don't you teach me how to fucking trade? Okay? Because if I knew how to trade, you don't have a psychological problem when you go and read and drive a car, do you? You don't have a psychological problem when you go out and grab your wallet and pay for and pay for your dinner or lunch, do you? You might have the jitters because your account is getting lower from gambling, right? And you're lying to your loved ones, or you're borrowing money somewhere and you're spending all of this money because you have a gambling habit. But if they can do it, I can do it. But see, the problem is you sized yourself up against someone else. You've underestimated them. And there are people on YouTube who claim to be a multi-million-dollar who underestimates traders. Don't do that. It's a little pup. Don't do that. Never do that. If you know how to trade objectively in the market, then you wouldn't do that. You wouldn't talk about traders like that. If you could back your shit up, not by how much money you think you have in the bank, but you can back your shit up on the chart and show the world, right? Show your mentees that you have a skill. That's different, right? Because it only takes one bad day to lose everything that you made. So you might be the greatest trader in the world. You might be this almighty God, the number one person, but it only takes one bad day. If you risked it all, and if you risked it to get the biscuit, you're going to lose. That's a fact. Just one bad day, and now you have to start at zero. So if you can start at zero each and every day, and that is from a skill, not investing. If you are an investor that has money, it's completely different. This is a trading channel, not an investing channel. This is a skill first channel. Somewhere you have to have a skill in the market. And that skill that I teach you can apply into investing also. The market moves, it's algorithmic, and it will not fool you. You just must practice each and every day. I wish you well. Peace, traders.